Hail to thee, my kindred. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and night, wherever and whenever you are. I hope the music in the game is loud enough for you guys, because I kind of cannot tell. What I'm hearing and what you guys may be hearing is gonna be different. Because I think this game in particular is a little funky with its volume, but it should be alright, relatively speaking. Relatively speaking. What does relatively speaking even mean in this context? I do not know. I am just saying words that I have heard and therefore know make sense in some way, shape, or form, but don't know. Therefore, I know. Anyways, we've played this game before, one time. One time, a long time ago, was it last? Actually, now I'm thinking about it. I don't remember if it was last Valentine's, but I remember playing this game once, and now we're gonna go through the DLC, which starts off at, like, day... Because this game's kind of broken up in days, right? It's like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, blah, blah, blah. I think day 5, it starts off from day 5 and continues on from that point. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I hope it's gonna be like a pretty decent, length, because it cost me money to get it. The game itself is free, from what I remember, I'm pretty sure. The DLC is not, and there's a second one coming out, which I am a little excited for. I don't know if it's out yet, but, you can kind of see the promotional little thing up there for the second one. We'll see, we'll see when that is a thing. If it's definitely already out, I'm probably gonna try and get my hands on it. If it's not, then we'll just have to wait like the patient little people we are. And by we, I mean me, because I'm little. And maybe you, Flip, you're little too. Now, from what I read, I kind of had to do a little bit of, just a tiny bit of research onto how to actually start the DLC. New endings, adds a brand new storyline to Day with Death, starting with day 6, leading all the way until day 10. Okay. Whoa, adult patch. I'll have to check that out on my own, They got a whole, damn, 163 pages of an art book? Okay. Interesting. Adds extra choices through all the conversations of the original Date with Death days, extra character customization options, extra endings to the original. So we're just gonna be doing that bit. Don't know about this bit. I guess if you wanna play from the start, the expansion would be a pretty interesting run of things. Now let's see if it's true that you just start from a certain day. You've been here before, haven't you? Yes, sir. You've been that perfectly ordinary person with a perfectly ordinary job and a perfectly ordinary apartment. You met someone who called himself the Grim Reaper, and you fell in love. We did. My cute, adorable little Casper. He's so cute. But is that the end of the story? I don't know. You're the one that made the game. To you, it feels like there's something more left. Begin at the start of the original game or jump to the end of day 5 and begin Beyond the Bet. I'm just gonna go straight into Beyond the Bet. Oh, I forgot we can kind of customize ourselves. I will do my self-customization and make me again. Speedrun. Damn, I don't even remember what I chose last time. Guess it doesn't really matter. Boom. Boom. Oh, wait. Boom. There we go. That's close enough to what I look like. Close enough. Pink. It kind of looks purplish, even though it's technically a pink, but you know, closest thing to purple we got here. What kind of eyes we got? We got open eyes. Oh no, that looks kind of horrendous. You could put cat ears on. No way. Not the cat ears. I don't remember if that was your last time. Oh, what? You can have horns with the DLC? I assume that's the expansion. No, if I only knew. If only I knew, I would have gotten it. Damnation. I think we'll just go with that. Favorite animal. What did we have last time? I kind of forgot what we had. You know, we'll just go with like a little. We'll go with the little hamster. It's a little guy. You know, little guy. Who doesn't love a little hamster? And I think that's it. No. What else do we have to pick here? Because I certainly forgot how to get the game going. Okay, next page. Maybe his last name we gotta fill out. And having a little snake would be fun too. Can you imagine having a hamster and a snake? That would be a horrible combo. Horrible combo. Okay, there we go. Blah, 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 blah. You can update it along the way. Oh yeah, stupid idiot guy. That'll be our bio. Finish editing. Yeah, I feel like that's appropriate. It's making us go through the whole customization thing. Holy moly. We'll go with that. We'll go with this weird green color. Because why not? And like the little hamster on the on the bed. Is that you, motherfucker? Who is me, huh? Speak with your chest. Come on, say it. Say it. How are you doing, Knuckles? How are you doing, by the way? The hamster? That is not me. That is the hamster. That is not me. That is our pet. It's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. Same size. Of course you would say that. You know what? I would be fine with that because then I can ride the hamster like a horse and go into battle on my mighty hamster steed. He is mighty and ferocious. You never would know. But then you try to feed him and then you die. Ayo, don't you ayo me? Okay. What do we get to name him? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I will just go with the lady hamster. Rosa. There we go. You look up from your computer out towards the sky. Name him Gobstopper? No, I will not name my beautiful little gal Gobstopper. You fool. Let me just double check that the volume is doing alright. Can you guys hear the BGM and whatnot? Or is it like a little bit on the quiet side? You are weak and uncreative. What? What do you mean? No, you're just You are chaotic and obstructive. You know? I can throw slanderous claims too. You think I won't? Oh, why does my back hurt? You guys tell me, by the way, if you want me to turn up the volume of the game. Because it's a little bit loud on my end, but I don't know about your guys' end. I hope it's fine. Post-back shots pain. It's normal? Okay, good. You look up from your computer, out towards the night sky, and on the other side of your currently closed window, you see something so surprising you're sure you must be imagining it. Casper. I think that was... I think... if I'm remembering correctly, that's his name. What are you doing here? Oh, he calls himself Grim. Why is Casper hot? Because he's fucking the best boy around, okay? Now that face is priceless. Well worth the trip here, I have to say. Grim? Don't call me that to my face. It's embarrassing enough hearing it over our calls. It's Casper. That's my real name. I would never forget my boy Casper. ... Casper. Hello, sunshine. You look like you've seen a ghost. Maybe I have. A very cute one. No, I'm far from a ghost, sunshine. Are you sure? Certain. So you'll admit you're cute though? No, he won't. he's a little cheeky guy. No. I'll admit that when you're I'll admit that you're quite cute though. Ah. Which you should know to be truthful, because as you know well, I cannot lie. I kind of forgot how bad he is at lying. Now I'm kind of getting some memories back from when I first played the game. He was actually garbage at being able to to just say anything untruthful. He's just not very good at it. He would try, and he would try to be a big, scary, ominous, grim reaper, but it just didn't work out. Am I flustering you? You're blushing right now. Not flustered one bit. Nuh-uh. This is how I always look. Totally normal. Stop angling your face away. I'm trying to look at you. Aw. There's no need to shy away anyway. You are cute. That is nothing to be shy about. Says you. Who won't admit you're cute, bastard. Stop staring you're staring too much. Nice to see you're looking flustered for a change. Graham. Casper. Casper then. Yes, mortal? How are you even here? Wait a second. I live on the 5th floor. You do? Not too much of an inconvenience for me, luckily. How are you even standing, sitting, whatever you're doing there? I'm neither sitting nor standing. I can literally see you on the other side of this window. Congratulations. Would you like an award? But you'll find I'm floating. Ah, yes, floating. Very, very casually, floating with his... I still think his boots are a little too simple. How do you put those things on? How do you put them things on? That doesn't make sense. So being a Grim Reaper is fine and believable, but you draw the line at floating? With his hands? I mean, yeah, but like... Look at how tight that looks. Like, that it looks like you can barely put your foot through there. Sheesh. Sheesh. Alright, fair point. Is it magic? Something like that. It's quite simple. Can you teach me? He has tiny feet. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stir this line of questions and answers away before we start talking about feet again. I don't think that's a good idea. If something went wrong, it would be my fault. And of course, it would be breaking my many rules. Aw, you can just say you care. Maybe I'm just not fond of cleaning you off the floor? Maybe you just want to avoid admitting you kinda care? No levitation lessons for you. Damn it. Boo. You love feet? You love feet. Don't you start bringing about accusations again. Wait. Can't people see you? You think I would be so careless? Yes, absolutely. I've cast a glamour. Silly me, of course. Obviously, you've cast a glamour. Are you invisible then? When you're nothing, when you're gay, nothing is your fault. You get diplomatic immunity. It's in the handbook, yeah? You know what? Take that, Knuckles, take that. I can't be accused of nothing, and you can't do anything about it. Invisible? No. I've taken another form to everyone's eyes but yours. So my neighbors aren't gonna see a mysterious man floating outside my window? If they were to look, they'd simply see a raven. You should have picked a bat. Why not something a little more cute or a raven? You know what? We're not gonna say something a little more cute because I don't want to offend our little cutie patootie. Bat? No. No bats. The only bat I know is Marcy. That's about it. A raven, of course. Not a good choice. You have a predictable side to you sometimes. He's a bit of a... What's the term? He's very shoony. He is very shoony. But I do need to know. Yes? How exactly did you find me? You think I didn't know where you lived? I never told you. I know everything about you, Sunshine. So I assume you've come to claim it. My soul, that is. I had a good run, I suppose. No, I'm actually not here for that. You aren't? I know you can't lie, but that sounds like a lie. It's not. I know. Did you just drop by to say hi then? It's the gay death game? Yes, it is. It is. We're playing. We're gonna go on with the DLC, Yuki. There's DLC. There's DLC. We have to play it. No. I am here because... look at him. I have something, something here. With me. Hidden. Something to give to you. Here. For me? Is there anyone else here? Yes, you stupid mortal. You said you'd like some. You got me flowers. I didn't think to ask what type of flowers you'd like, so I picked ones that looked like you. The brightest, sunniest flowers I could find. ... Casper. Yes, mortal? Thank you. You know, if you want them, you're going to have to open the window. Oh, of course. Will you stay out there, or are you going to come in? Get inside the house now. Get in this apartment right now. Are you inviting me in? I'll probably I promise to be good, to try and be good. Uh-huh. And please do come in. Only Reapers. Oh, wasn't that a thing at some point? or is that just another joke? I swear, I feel like we've heard this before. Only Reapers. Either you said that, or that was mentioned before, or something. Y'all don't forget, being homosexual is gay. Holy shit. How could I forget? How could I... Oh my god. Oh my goodness. How could I? Though I am greatly pleased by the invitation. Maybe next time, little human. Yeah, if you change your mind. But you really will have to open it at least a crack if you want these. Open the window. There you go. You're quite the risk taker, aren't you? Are you telling me I should be scared? I'm simply making an observation. What fun would life be if we weren't taking at least a few risks, Here you go, sunshine. Reach for the flowers. Mine. Yes, gay, gay, homosexual, gay. Your hands are really warm. And yours are quite cold, even through the gloves. Nah, they're really pretty. How can hands be pretty? I meant the flowers. But your hands are quite pretty too, now that you mention it. And then I'd say your hands are also very, nice. Who would have thought hands could be so alluring? What are you whispering about now? I really must be on my way. I've accomplished the thing I wanted to do. So soon? Duty always calls. Off to steal souls then. Better theirs than yours, wouldn't you say? No? You can just hand over yours now if you want. Better get to work before you get in trouble, my little reaper. And since when am I yours? Since the moment we met. Don't be damaging my goods, you hear? So demanding. Casper. Sunshine. Do be careful. Since you asked so nicely, I'll try my best. Yesterday, a person had to start a conversation with you, and while doing so said, I've only seen 12-year-olds write gay. I mean... maybe they're not on the internet often. And how do they know that a 12-year-old is the one that wrote the word gay in the way that you write it? You know, you never... I'd be more suspicious about that. What are they doing talking to 12-year-olds? Since you asked so nicely, I'll try my best. Don't forget to close that window after I leave. Wouldn't want anyone crawling in when you aren't looking. Hey, Casper. Oh, this is the... It's got the little flower, so that means this is DLC content, I think. Hey, Casper. I wish we had a few more days together. Yeah, no, my first thought was, oh, so you don't talk to people like at all? Serves them right. You talk that smack. You talk that smack. You'd already planned to take the day off work today, which was lucky, really. Because you woke up this morning with something terrible. A cold. Your head hurt, your nose was stuffed, and your throat felt like you'd been swallowing gravel. Which you hadn't, of course. That would be stupid. You'd never eat gravel. Are you sure? You don't know what I'm capable of. You decided to stay in bed for the day and rest up, and it's midday when you wake up again feeling bored and lonely, as I always do. And what better to do when you're bored and lonely than chat with the guy who wants you dead? Ain't that the truth? Title screen! Yeah! Hold on. I gotta... What if I put myself up there in the corner? In the upper corner, not blocking anything. That'd be kind of funny. Let me just shrink. A little bit more. Yeah. Try to. There we go. It's like I'm part of the little portrait. Oh, I moved something. I don't know what I moved, but I didn't mean to move that. There we go. Now I'm up here. Huzzah. Oh, you didn't talk smack? You said you were gonna try to be a better person and wish them a nice evening, then just made them shut up. Oh, come on now. You gotta stand up for yourself. Why do visual novels always seem so insistent on making sure you understand what some phrases are not... Wait. Why do visual novels always seem so insistent on making sure you understand that some phrases are not meant to be literal? Because, like, people are dummies, like me. Probably that's why. That's not then. Not then. Oh, that just okay, that just made them shut up. I gotcha. You feel as if you got flattened by 20 steamrollers. Not that you actually did. It just feels like you did. I'm not sure. Knuckles. Honestly, it's probably just the way it is. I don't know. All right, let's move on with this. Peak writing, good sir. It's you gotta flourish up things, you know. Can you try? No. Okay, I'm gonna choose. Where's my little Reaper? I miss him. I miss my little Reaper. Well, now that we've met properly, I don't know if little is correct. I mean, you seem normal-sized. A normal-sized man. Or something. Anyway. I really am grateful for the flowers. I felt a little stunted yesterday, so I just wanted to make sure you knew. It was quite obvious. Aw, how tall is Casper? Well, we were able to describe Casper as a very normal-sized man, so I assume very normal-sized. Actually, can we change this photo? No. Is he Yule-sized? Is he tall? Or is he just 5'8"? I assume 5'8". I assume average, whatever average size is. It was quite obvious. I saw your face when I handed them to you. Perhaps you've already forgotten. My memory isn't that bad. And I remember your cute face too. Were you feeling shy? I think even your shoulders were blushing. Is that possible? Does my charm make your full body blush? The Grim Reaper being the size of a normal bloke is fucking disappointing. Listen, he's already great as he is, okay? He's great and wonderful. You take that back. I'll fucking kill you. What? It is unlikely that such a thing happened. I am the Grim Reaper, dammit, and Grim Reapers do not spend their time blushing. Maybe you're not like the other Reapers. I am perfectly normal. Blushing is your normal, I'm afraid. Perhaps the flowers were a bad idea. No. Well, I love them. You do? I told you that already, silly man. I want my Grim Reaper to be the size of a tower. Oh, so he's just a lesser Reaper. Cool. Yeah, the way from what okay, let me try to remember how this like whole world, because they did like a small bit of world building. So like there's like a lot of Reapers because obviously there's a lot of people. And I think when you are made a Reaper, you lose your memories of your previous life. So I think technically you were a human before you were a Reaper. Something like that. I don't quote me on it. It's been a while. And I kind of forgot about the little the fake ads in the the lower left, just there. You just want a Slim Reaper. Slim Reaper. That sounds like a type of like a brand of something. Yeah, there's a different. There are different Reapers because you can't give a Twink Reaper to a straight man. Fair enough, I guess. They gotta find another kind of Reaper for a straight man. Silly man. I do not particularly like this nickname. Then you should listen properly, mister. I love these flowers. Thinking of pressing them in a few days? What is pressing? Well, because I don't know what that is, I'm just gonna choose the second one. I didn't know I could enjoy flowers so much. They're refreshing to have around. I'll be sad when they die. Well, perhaps someone will need to bring you more. Someone like... Pressing them, you think is probably some sort of a form of preserving them. I see. Mayhaps. Because I think, don't people do that thing where they, like, have their little notebook and then they, like, squeeze a flower so that the flower somehow marks itself on the page or something like that? I don't know if that's what they're referring to when they say pressing. Could be something else. Obviously someone immaculately handsome, charming, and perfect. I can't say I know anyone like that. Aha! It seems your memory is that bad after all. Michael? You know, Michael is quite charming, that is true. Still thinking, but there really is no one like that. ... Just kidding. I'm starting to think you have a kink for bullying people, you know? I have a kink for blushing Grim Reapers. Huh? Oh, all capitals. Things are getting serious. He's just like me. How many Grim Reapers do you know? Just one, actually. Then how could it possibly be a kink? It's a new discovery of mine. You should be proud, Grimmy. You've inspired this in me. Heart. You love bullying? Oh, I can tell. You bully me all the goddamn time. ... I don't believe I blush as much as you insist. Probably more. Luckily, I think it's adorable. Hey, yo. What? You don't like my anime voice? Yugi, you're meant to be... I try to... Okay, I cannot... I was trying to pull off, like, the voice from that guy from Yu-Gi-Oh!, but I couldn't do it. I don't even have a voice that sounds anywhere, like, similar to the guy, so I don't know why I tried. Is this an embarrassing game to play? This is an embarrassing game to play. Why? Why would you say such a thing? This is a lovely game. We get to be gay. Very, very, very forwardly gay. And there's nothing you can do about it. Plus, you're not the one playing it. I'm the one playing it. So why is it embarrassing to play when I'm the one playing it? You can be gay whenever you want, Yali. Well, you know, today's a special day to be gay. I'll be extra gay. More gay than the usual. And then we'll go back down to being in the middle. Because you clearly have empathy. You sure do, Yuki. You sure do. Pat, pat. Adorable. Yeah, you make me sound like a domesticated pet. Hey, if that's what you want, I'll let you come sit on my lap. Come here, boy. Go on, roll over. That's a good boy. Who wants a treat? I can't believe these are the lines I'm reading. Me. Okay. He's into it. He's into it. Oh, good lord. It's okay, be gay. I can't even read. Why is he a bottom? Because I'm the top. I'm the top in this relationship. Let's rejoice with the boys in the gay way. That's a song. Wasn't he a top last time? Nope. He tries to be. But he can't do it. You know, I just out-top him, I guess. I assert my top dominance. You can come over and sleep on my lap then. Dot dot dot. You should not be offering such a thing so freely, Yolotl. It... Someone could easily misunderstand your intentions. I think I'm being pretty transparent about my intentions, Grimmy. Are we sure I didn't accidentally download the 2 adult scenes that are here? I hope not. if I did, I'm gonna have to very quickly exit out. Yo, realistically, IRL, you're a bottom. You literally don't know anything about me other than what you see here. How would you assume that I'm a bottom? Daggerfall. Okay. Daggerfall? What about it? Why would you bring that up now, of all times? I like doing things that make you blush. Listen, I'm at best a switch, okay? Well, perhaps for a change I would like to make you blush. Give it a go, then. Ahem. You are very... No, that's not right. Sunshine, I think you are the one who would look good lying on my lap. I can imagine the sunlight drifting in lazily from the window in the mid-afternoon, and you there in those rays looking at home. If that were the case, then I believe life would be perfect. That's not flirting, that's poetry or something, I don't know. That's very romantic though. Not poetry, but you know, close enough. Yo, I used to think you being dumb was just you playing it up for for the stream until we both tried to install OpenFW. So yes, we know who you are. Listen, man, I can only be my true self. It is me, the guy who was dumb, okay? I was born this way, do not blame me. I'm just a simple little guy who is not little and is in fact a very big guy, okay? I'm a very big guy, very big and scary and mighty. I'm very mighty and strong and full of joy and whimsy and many other things to confuse you. Dot dot dot. Is that true? You know I cannot lie. Even if I could, I would not lie about this. Well, maybe I think that sounds perfect too. Did you blush? A little. I will take a little. Not to backtrack, but... What did he say? I have a kink for bullying people? Honestly, Grimmy, you just make it too easy. It's fun. I like teasing you. You're feeling a hunger I didn't even know I had. And I've been absolutely starved, apparently. Well, fortunately, you are a capable mortal who can feed yourself. Aww. He's trying to dodge. He's trying to weave. That's no fun, Grim. Come feed me. Feed you? What, like a child? Ah. I'm waiting for the airplane. You will be waiting for some time. We can be like, I'll get down on my knees and beg. Pretty please. I like how we can just switch over and be like, please, pretty please. And just keep pushing. We can just keep pushing. What if I flutter my eyelashes at you? Would that change your mind? See? I told you. You make it too easy. It is not my intention. You just overwhelm me sometimes. It is a strange, foreign feeling. No one else has ever pulled at my heartstrings so. You should be careful there, Grimmy. A guy could misunderstand what you mean. You're just trying to trick me for my soul again, aren't you? Right. Yes, I'm of course being a crafty Grim Reaper because I want your soul, because that is my job. Of course. Feeling conflicted, Casper? Confliction is beneath me. I am always sure of myself. I'm not so sure about that, Sheaf. Even when it comes to me... Do I make you feel things you didn't know possible, Grim? I have plenty of abilities, Yolotl. Amazing abilities. To lie is not one of them. Yes, you make me conflicted, confused, angry, happy, sad all at once. But that is my own problem. Perhaps there was a fault in my creation. I think you're perfect. Any other time I would agree with you. I have always known I am perfect, and yet today I am not certain of that fact. I will deal with it myself. Don't you have something better to do on your days off, mortal? You have so few days left and you use them to torment me. It seems a waste. Well, actually, you sent me something important. What incarnation could it be? What the fuck is this? I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. I will just erase that from my memory. Why would you send me that? Why would you do that to me? It's funny, watch it. No, it involves feet. I don't want to know. I don't want to know about the feet. Oh. Okay, it wasn't that bad actually. I remember seeing a version of that meme where the guy's just like, no sword. What do you mean you don't have a sword? Or something like that. He either said he lost it or some dumb shit. It was funny. Well, actually, the joke is you like feet. I do not. You like feet. And we will continue to accuse one another of liking feet like a fucking Ouroboros at this point. Slug boy, slug boy. The flowers suit you. Which wondrous forest? Illusion master. Interesting. Proof? Yo mama. I don't know. I do not know. Well, actually, I'm in bed still. In bed? Sunshine, it's nearly evening. You should be having dinner, not lounging. Give a guy a break, Grimmy boy. Pretty sure I'm dying, actually. What? It's just a cold. I figured I'd just stay in bed with Rosa and chat with you. How have you let a common cold take you, mortal? Do you go to sleep with wet hair? No. I mean, I don't think so, at least. Did you leave your window open all night? Maybe a smidge. Like a teeny weeny smidge. Just enough that a Grim Reaper could sneak in if he wanted to. Very irresponsible. But realistically, even if it were closed, that would not stop me. That does not surprise me in the slightest. You throw pianos from 20 stories up at innocent people. Me. I forgot he genuinely tried that. Huh, how did I forget about that? This piano, the fucking piano from random building. And he missed. Also, he missed very badly. May as well add breaking and entering onto your rap sheet as well. And I believe I've told you before that your mortal laws do not apply to me. And even if they did, they would be unable to catch me. I am an eel, far too slippery. Ah yes, slippery eel Casper. I've always thought you were giving eel. I do not mean I was actually like an eel, minus their slipperiness. No, but there's some similarities, isn't there? Like, you like axolotls. Those are kinda similar. They are not similar at all. That is what mortals call a stretch. Yeah, you're the one who said you were like an eel. I take it back then. Is this the whole game? Yes and no? We're talking through the computer right now, so when he comes around, we're gonna be talking face to face. It is a visual novel, you know? I assure you, the story is going to story. Don't you worry, okay? He comes, you say? I mean, if I had downloaded the things with the adult material in it, then probably. But I do not have that. That is for my eyes only, okay? Look, Mr. Eel Reaper, it doesn't matter if I left the window open anyway. I do that all the time. I don't think that's what made me sick. Mr. Eel Reaper. Fine. Did you forget to wear your coat when you left your apartment? It's just a cold, Grim. It happens to everyone. It's super common. It does not happen to everyone. It is an illness purely for mortals. Sure, but it's not a big deal. It's just a bit inconvenient. But, hey, it means I can talk to you some more. How so? I don't see what stops you from talking to me when you're well, too. Let's open your eyes super wide and maybe you'll see. Or you could try cleaning your glasses. You know, if you can't see. Funny, I do not wear glasses. You don't? I could have sworn you had glasses on last night. Huh, weird. My eyesight is perfect. I do not need fancy glass for my eyes. However, now that I think on it further, I think you would look decent in them. Just decent. Perhaps slightly above decent, perhaps not. I haven't had my eyes tested in a while. Maybe I should. That's so real. Neither have I here in the world done that, and I know I will need some in like a good, give it 5 to 10 years. I'm gonna be wearing glasses just all the time, and that is gonna be a look, certainly. I believe my making appointments is quite simple in the mortal world, so just do it. Making phone calls suck though. I mean, you're planning to whisk me away to the afterlife soon, right? Test your eyes? Like, poke them with with a stick that's on fire to put it through the test of fire? No, Yuki. You go and you sit down and there's a funny big machine that goes in front of your eyes and they flick the things and they tell you if you can see things. Well, or they'll be like, is it blurry? And you're like, and you're like, okay, flick. Is this better? Flick. Is that better? Flick. And they just keep doing that, and then you tell them if it's good or not. Glasses aren't cheap or fast. I don't want to spend my hard-earned cash like that on something that will arrive just in time to slip into my coffin. Why? There is nothing wrong with looking fashionable for your death. Or I could buy a pretty vase for my flowers. And then when your vision deteriorates, you can use the vase as glasses, of course. Sarcasm is the lowest form of wit, you know. Perhaps look in the mirror and tell that to yourself. You are sarcastic almost every day. He's got a point. I would, but without glasses, I can't even see myself in the mirror. Sad face. ... Just so you know, the lead up was bad and the execution did not make me laugh. Terrible joke. But for now, let us put that aside. We must work out something more important. Why are you sick? How have you allowed for this? I don't know if there's any specific reason. It's just going around again, I guess. That is not sufficient for me. Okay, sir. How dare something like a cold take root in you? I appreciate the sentiment, but it's really no biggie. You are accepting this illness too easily. You must be prepared to fight back against that which wrongs you. Is it your head? Your stomach? I'm bleeding from my... We're not gonna tell him that. He's gonna freak the fuck out. Your joke sucks anyways. Why are you sick, mortal? That's literally the conversation so far. Your jokes suck. I didn't laugh. Anything and everything. I'd say both. I feel so tired for a person that's done nothing but sleep. Well, not that I slept very well, but I've just been lounging around all day. You did not look unwell when I visited you last night. No, how did I look? Cute, flustered, as well as absolutely captivated by my good self, of course. But how could you not? ... And did I make you feel shy, Yalato? I have seen you in your entirety. You sound so dirty right now. You can just be like, you say words that sound wrong. Pretty sure you couldn't see my whole body through a window, Grimmy. But I don't mind you looking. Actually, I kind of feel like encouraging it. Do you desire my gaze that much? It's not too bad. See, he top. It's a battle, you know, it's just a little battle here. It's not too bad, actually. Being able to steal Dut's gaze. I bet not everyone can do that. I would think near no one would want that. Dut's eyes upon them. Aren't you lucky that I'm one of the ones who likes it? My gaze, you say. Steal Dut's gaze, you say. You think you're so funny, Knuckles. You think you're so funny. You're such a hooligan. Such a scoundrel. A ruffian. You watched the new Avatar, by the way? The movie? Because that's the only Avatar that's newish that I know about. You're positively hilarious. I'm sure you are. How did you feel about the new Avatar? Was it a good one? Was it like a slog? Was it basically like a pretty nothing burger, if that makes sense? An aesthetical nothing burger. Because that's what I've heard some people say. That it's like, it's pretty to look at, like the first one, but it's kind of nothing. I'm not sure how much to believe. Honestly, all I know is that a lot of people did not have the best impressions of it. No, the one that's not out yet, your dad works in the filmmaking, in their filmmaking. You don't have a dad. Well, listen. Your sarcasm is appreciated. But I'm just asking a simple question. I just want to make sure. I don't want to seem like a stupider man than I already am. Fire and Ash, the third Avatar, blew people apart. I see. The one with the hot, the crazy one. Lucky, unlucky. Lucky, unlucky, they are two sides of the same coin. Perhaps us meeting was fate. Fate is a cruel mistress after all. Anyway, glad to know that sickness does not dampen your personality. You love my personality. Yes, of course. I almost as much as I love Azrael. Answer this. Nope. Fuck it. There we go. Voice call. ... Speaking of Azrael, where is he? He is resting. His role is tiresome, so he spends much time recuperating. Aw, he doesn't want to... He doesn't want to show me the fucking thing. No, I want to see the plush. Well, now let me bring myself back down because... Oh. I guess I'll kinda like scoot over here. There we go. It was okay, same plot as the last, but now with whales, also lots of adult scenes without them actually being adult scenes. They just kind of plug their brains into each other, their braids into each other, and make each other get on knees and scream in pain. Well, that's not too different from actual sex, from what I've heard. And I certainly mean from what I've heard, because, man, you really... You know, you'd think it would sound one way, considering how much people like it, but then it sounds like torture, sometimes. And I suppose that means they're having a really good time. But it's still a little uncomfortable, to say the least. And it's either that or they're quiet. There's no in-between. He is resting. His role is tiresome, so he spends much time recuperating. Can you bring him over? I want to see his cute little face. Pretty please. I told you, he is resting. Can he not rest in your arms? I think he'd enjoy that. I wouldn't mind resting in your arms. Ha! My arms are much too muscular to be comfortable. Okay, sure, big man. Then how about my head against your chest? It looks pretty firm and supportive. And while you hold me to your chest, I'll cuddle Az, so he doesn't feel left out. Well, it would be a lie to say that does not sound... It would be a lie to say that damn words. It would be a lie to say that does not sound cute. There we go. That... Well, we are too far from that to be possible, of course. He's already blushing. Well, when I come to visit, I'll snuggle with him. Yeah. Then we won't be far apart at all. I very much doubt you'll be able to visit me here, Sunshine. But I'll humor you. So you are sick. Well, at least you look cute snuggled up like that. Oh, what's that? Speak up, Grim. I can't hear you when you're mumbling. I said you look cute snuggled up like that. I'm going to melt into my chair and disappear. I didn't know we had this. Was this here last time? I think it was here last time, but I don't know if we actually could use it. Just random little extra dialogue. Not really dialogue, but just whatever. Cute little thing you can do. Oh. Do I? Yes. It is beyond annoying. A scary Casper puddle, not cute. Who does this remind me of? It reminds me of somebody. How so? I should not find a mortal cute. I am a being created to hunt, take, to destroy, and to rebuild. Not to be doing whatever it is I'm doing. Of who? I wonder who also refers to themselves as scary. Well, I don't mind. It's nice when you call me cute. Most mortals, I imagine, would find it terrifying. You are a unique, Sunshine, to say the least. But this is all far, far besides the point. How could you be sick? Yeah, quite easily, actually. I'm sure I'll be fine by tomorrow. Kinda lame to spend my second last day on Earth in bed, huh? Why are you making such a big deal about it, though? Everyone gets sick. There is a difference. You're actually scary and evil, and he isn't? I don't know about that, Yuki. I don't know. You seem very, very head-pattable. Therefore, like, how could something be so terrifying if I could just easily pat it on the head, you know? Little head pat. What do you mean you don't know? I mean that I don't know. I am not convinced of your... with your, how do they say, what's the fancy word for talking? Rhetoric. I'm not convinced with your rhetoric. You're scary and evil, you will bite the hand. Be careful there. you might start something. I do not get sick. Like, ever? Yes, like ever. Reapers do not get mortal sicknesses. What about Reaper sicknesses? They do not exist. Well, except for souls, except for soul sickness, of course. I cannot accept this kind of sickness of yours. No, nothing should be able to touch you except me. Oh, maybe if you say please. That seems kind of worse than a cold. At least its cause can be pinpointed. You, however, are much weaker than me in that regard. Oh, wait. Are you or are you not sick for no reason? I'm sure there... I hate when you're right, which is most of the time. There's a little tongue. I missed that. I missed that so much. Excuse me, I just almost caught my yogurt out. Oh, don't cough on it. Don't be a spitter, okay? To be a spitter is to be a quitter, as they say. This motherfucker. Which one, me or Casper? I just look at him. Look at his little tongue. It's so cute. Sorry, I'm enjoying myself a little too much here. The pale Canadian. The pale Canadian. No, not calling him Canadian. Knuckles, fight Gelato. He cannot fight me. I am immortal, and he is not. Ha! You were gonna say always, weren't you? But that would have been a lie. Shut up. It's more like rarely. Most of the time. Anyway, this simply just does not work for me. I do not accept it. Well, not much you can do about it, buddy. You can't exactly pull the sickness from my body, can you? What? I am not some vampire who sucks out illnesses. Hey, I never said anything about sucking. Pulling, Casper. Pulling. You're like twice my size, and I am twice your match anyhow. Being immortal doesn't mean you can't get injured. I mean... you're kinda sorta right. You know, even the Greek gods got, you know, stomped on every now and again, at random. They always got their run back, as they say. They always got their their vengeance, but... I suppose you're technically correct. Go, my mousetrap. Oh, no. No, you can't do this. Not the cheese. I need the cheese on the mousetrap. Throw some mousetrap at you. Psh. But that's obviously not actually possible. Maybe humans will evolve and become immune to being sick as well one day. Who knows? I think it's more likely you all kill each other, then I can retire. Anything is possible. Perhaps there was once a time when Reapers could become ill too. Or maybe we were as we always have been. Do you know the first Reaper? Are they your boss? Or maybe they're retired. I'd retired if it was me. ... Wait, can you actually retire? I don't know if there ever was a first. As for retiring, I've never known it to happen. We are tied to our profession. It is a part of us. Reapers exist solely to do just that. Otherwise, there would be no point in our existence at all. It sounds lonely. I wouldn't have agreed with you a week ago. But perhaps it is. Oh, why does he look sad? I don't want him to look sad. No! Be happy! Forget me being sick for a second, okay? I have a question. Go ahead. I really like your name. I understand it may be difficult for you to recognize, mortal, but that was not a question. The definition of question, a sentence worded for expressed so as to elicit information. What you said was a statement. I know this is difficult concept. Shut up, you peep squeak. Little guy, he's so sassy sometimes. He's so sassy. You'd be more invested if this motherfucker wasn't stuck in this guy from sitting on a share pose. You have so much to complain about. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the ride. Like, what do you want him to do? Start moving every other sentence? Shush. I'm getting to it. How did you get your name? How do you think? Do you have Reaper parents who give it to you? No, I have no parents. And I have no family at all, technically. Though many think of their fellow Reapers as their siblings, I suppose. A sentiment I do not share, unfortunately. Wait, you don't have parents? What, did you just spring into existence one day? And that is likely the simplest explanation. Huh? Look, you see it, don't you? You're actually, no, you're actually right, though. You're actually right. He's got that I'm a Jarl motherfucker type pose. Fucking Jarl of Whiterun looking at. Oh, you're so right. I didn't think about that. I never thought about that until now. You know, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. No one is sure exactly how we are created. But I have always looked as I have now. There was no childhood or parents or growing up. I have always been the Reaper you see now. Yes, I've always been this handsome. I didn't ask. But you had to be created somehow. Likely, yes. But I do not remember it. So, how do you get your name? What have I told you that was classified too? Of course you wanna say it's classified. Casper? You already broke the rules telling me your name, didn't you? I choose it for myself. I do not know why or where it came from. It just felt right. What if he... He's probably telling the truth. I like it. That is appreciated. I also enjoy your name. Do you enjoy when I say your name? ... Casper. Casper. Steve? My name is not Steve. Apologies to every Steve out there, but that is not as good a name, as good of a name as Casper. Yeah, you're definitely a Casper. He's changed pose, yes. He only does it if he gets slightly insulted, and he's going back to sitting like a Jarl. Sunshine, you don't know what you're doing to me here. Making you feel hopelessly and completely in love with me? That's one way to get out of our bet, right? Dear gods, you should watch what you say. You might give me a heart attack otherwise. What are you saying? Are you oh, what? I missed a piece of dialogue. That's one way to get out of the bet, hey? There is no out. I must get your soul. Okay. But I do not. If I do not, then someone else will. Can't you just lie and say you took it? If only it were that simple, huh? Gods, what have I gotten myself into? What you ask for me is my death. To be fair, you're also asking me to die. Yes, I suppose I am. It's like, well, technically, you're also... it's like you're asking for my death, motherfucker, so are you! What a positive we found ourselves in. What a position we found ourselves in. Where the hell did I get the word positive? What a position we found ourselves in. It seems a little unfair. I like talking to you, Casper. It's not fair that has to be over so quickly. And I know, life is unfair, yada yada. But this sucks. I know, Sunshine. And that is the nature of what you are and what I am. There are still too many things I am unsure about for this to be over tomorrow. I am still looking into your peculiar soul. Time is unforgiving. I have little choice in the matter, just as you know. I exist for this job. I am this job. You and I are different. I know this, and yet I can't help how you... ... I am a tool for those more important than myself. I do not decide what should die. I am just the one who makes sure it happens. I know. I actually feel sorry for you. For what reason? You should feel more sorry for yourself. You're stuck where you are. Sure, us mortals live and die and all that, but we're capable of change. We're capable of making decisions that affect our lives. It feels like you can't do anything but keep existing, doing the same thing day in and day out. Perhaps that is why I've enjoyed this. Enjoyed you. You are a little bit of change. Sunshine, stay right there. I won't be long. Huh? Oh no. Casper? Where'd you go? Hello? Help him break prison. What is this fucking... Oh, we're back to this. I'm sure it'll switch back to him being at our window or something. I doubt he's gonna use the front door like a normal person. There is no response. Hamster! Rosa! My little Rosa! Confused and slightly annoyed, you shut your laptop for now. You feel a little lonely all of a sudden. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange feeling for you. You'd never thought of your apartment as lonely. You've enjoyed living alone, decorating your room as to your liking, but right now it feels a little empty. You get out of bed, legs wobbly, and put your laptop back on your desk. Just in time to make eye contact with someone outside of your windows, eyes wide. You hurriedly open the window and, a little shyly, he steps inside. The boy is here. Casper? Sunshine. I told you I'd have no problem coming in. It's a little bit jarring that he, I know Sunshine is literally just his nickname for me, but I have a friend called Sunshine. And so just reading him calling me Sunshine, it's like, I'm not Sunshine. Sunshine is that other person. I told you I'd have no problem coming in. ... The Grim Reaper's in my apartment. Wait, are you here for my soul? I can hardly take it with you looking as you do. Are you calling me ugly? I didn't mean it like that. You look much more ill in person. Come on, let me help you to bed. He takes your hand, his gloved fingers gentle, and leads you to your bed. He tucks you in carefully, and that feeling of loneliness is instantly replaced with a strange warmness. Being looked after by the Grim Reaper wasn't on your bingo card, but it's not so bad. You shouldn't be walking around. Where is your water? I wasn't really feeling like incorrect. Wait here. Okay. Casper disappears from view, walking away from your bed and into your kitchen. You're thankful you actually washed your dishes last night. He returns a glass of water in his hand. Drink. You are unwell. You must keep yourself hydrated. Dot dot dot. Are you hungry? Yeah, I haven't eaten yet. Now I will prepare you a mortal meal. I don't like how you call it a mortal meal. It is food for a mortal, is it not? Is that any different from what you eat? Dot dot dot. That is besides the point. I will not be long, so stay in bed, okay? Alright. And then he's gone again. Figure disappearing back into the kitchen. Butterflies rise up in your stomach. That's a strange feeling, too. Like you're a kid in the schoolyard. You're thinking on this when it starts. Banging, clattering, something... falling? Then silence. My boy does not know how to cook, does he? Good heavens. You stare towards the kitchen. More banging, more clattering. You want to jump out of bed and go see what exactly is going on, but you feel a little faint. You instead decide to trust in Casper, for better or for worse, and wait whatever he considers a mortal meal. As long as he doesn't burn the apartment down, we're all good, alright? It's around 25 minutes later when he reappears. I'm a bit scared to ask, but what was all that? All of what? The banging and clattering and stuff? Your kitchen is a tough beast. Okay, brother. Okay. A tough beast, huh? It required some reining in. It fought admirably. It's a room, not a beast. Is there any kitchen left? I believe I only started one fire, but I handled the issue myself. My fire alarm needs new batteries then. It does not. But it didn't go off when you started the fire. I pulled it down. You pulled it down? It was a precautionary measure. A precautionary measure would be leaving it up. You knew it was going to go off. If it went off, you would have gotten out of bed. Aww. He just didn't want us to get out of bed. I can't be mad at him. I can't. He's too precious, okay? That's true. You are meant to be resting. Just leave the fires to me. Casper makes his way to your side, the smell of food reaching your nose. It doesn't smell terrible, but it does smell burnt, whatever it is. But looking up at him like this, that doesn't matter much. Over video calls, and even when he was at your window, it was hard to tell how handsome he really is. Well-toned arms, a good-looking face, perfect hair. It hits you then how wild the situation is. He looks between you and the bed, cheeks slightly flushed before he sits down carefully on the edge of it. Here. And this is the first time I'm cooking for someone else, so... He hands you your plate. The plate. Your plate, the plate, same sentence, I guess. On it is... you're not totally sure at first. It is mortal food, correct? Looking closer, it almost looks like pancakes? Have you ever made this before, Casper? Of course not. I have no time for fancy food. Fortunately, I am good at nearly everything I try my hand at. I simply searched on the internet, and I created them perfectly. Cheeky ass motherfucker. They're perfect. Yes, I know. Eat up, sunshine. You need to conserve your strength. Thank you, Grimmy. It is the least I could do. The least? And the least he could do was not come over, tuck me in bed. The least he could do was not come over, tuck me in bed, and feed me dinner. You're sick. What kind of person would I be if I just left you alone? Go on. Eat. You look down at the food. You look back at Casper. You look at the food again, and you decide that for him, you'd eat it. Fortunately, it's not burnt all the way through. The middle is raw somehow. Lovely. How does he even manage that? How can the middle be raw? What, did he fucking have this thing on like the highest setting and then just put the pancake on there for like a second, flipped it, called it a day? Like, how? I am perplexed. Still, it's not terrible, and you managed to get it down. So, how was it? It was interesting. You've outdone yourself. I knew you'd say that. I can do anything I put my mind to. You sure can, Casper Wasper. Casper Wasper. You seem to have brightened up a little. But you must be running a fever. Casper takes the plate from you and sets it aside before coming back to sit on the edge of your bed. He looks down at his gloves, conflicted before he pulls them off. His fingers long and thin, and his hands are without a single blemish. And of course, knowing Casper, that was a given. Your heart skips a beat as he raises his hand to your forehead. His fingers are cool and refreshing. You feel yourself almost lean into his touch. You look up and into his eyes, which look back down towards you. You see yourself reflected in those red eyes. He opens his mouth as if to say something, then closed it again. He does this a few times, and you wonder to yourself what exactly he wants to say to you. Does he even know how it's supposed to feel when someone has a fever? Because I don't think he does. It wouldn't make sense for him to know. You're back with your kitty? Nice! Kitty! Kitty. We love Kitty. I hope you pet Kitty very much, and I hope Kitty makes you feel good and nice and warm and pleasant. And I hope Kitty doesn't scratch or bite, because I know some kitties scratch or bite when they get picked up. Let me finish up my coffee here real quick. Ah, a little bit went down the wrong pipe. Just a small bit, and that sucks. No, Lena loves being picked up. Ah, that's lovely to hear. I remember when I petted a cat, and the cat really wanted to be pat, and then it, like, for half a second, decided to become like a little violent beast. It was only for half a second, but it still scared me. And then it just let me continue petting it. I do not understand why, but it is the way it is. He opens his mouth as if to say something, then closes it again. He does this a few times, and you wonder to yourself what exactly he wants to say to you. Fun fact, you've been following me for over 2 years, and realizing that made you age. Has it been that long? I don't think it's been 2 years, has it? Have I been streaming for 2 years? More like a year. A year and something, but I don't think it's been 2 years just yet, I think. Yeah, I feel like I would know if it's in 2 years. Since December 27th of 2024. Holy moly. Holy moly. That has been a while. Shit. No, you're right. You've been the one constant throughout the months. And hopefully you will be here for many more years, and I appreciate your patronage. You're shocked? Why? Why are you so shocked? Am I that... what's the word I'm looking for? Am I not charming? Are you saying my good looks, my pleasant demeanor does not leave you without a shadow of a doubt that you would be here for so long? Will you get VIP when I gift them out? Oh yeah, of course. You are single-handedly the person who's been here the longest now. I'm pretty sure. So you'd be the first to get the VIP. But he never gets the chance. Oh, there's a sap, as if an electric current had just passed between the two of you. Casper pulls his hand back in a flash. What the... some people say they feel a spark. I didn't think that happened literally. Yippee, you're happy. What about you? I'll think about it. You'll have to beg. You'll have to beg. He stares down towards his hand incredulously. Unsure, he reaches back out towards you, his hand finding your cheek. Whoa, Yowie. I literally make a game for you. You didn't make a game for me. What do you mean you made a game for me? When was there a game that was made for me? I played your games because I like your creations. And your creations are lovely. You made Night of the Abattoir Man. I mean, that wasn't a game for me. You made that before we even knew about one another. That's not a game for me. I suppose if you mean you've made a game that I would enjoy, that is technically true because I did end up enjoying it a lot. I enjoyed it so much it made you stick around. That's how much I liked it. Is the short twin character supposed to represent Yali? What does it mean that he's Italian? What does... Yeah, but you found it and played it so retroactively, you made it for me. Michael. Yeah, what does Michael being... If Michael is supposed to be me, what does him being Italian say about me? That is a great question I have. It is not as abrupt this time, but you feel it, like an electric buzz where your skin meets. ... It must be because of our connection. You're European? Oh, that would be something. Am I gay or European? Our bodies react to our touch. How strange. I've never read of anything like it. You lean into his touch again. It feels nice. There's a silence between the two of you, a silence that seems to stretch out for far longer than it's really been. It's filled with a common understanding. Tomorrow, you must die. If you don't, then you win the bet and his soul is yours for taking. You are two people connected by misfortune, both trying desperately to avoid the inevitable. Sunshine, Yes, Casper? I should go. Reach out and take his hand. No, you stay here. Please don't. What? You know, I'm so sick. Who knows what will happen if you leave me? Don't leave me, my beautiful Grim Reaper boy. You're European and Trevor represents your desire of being tall consuming you. Man, they do say that art is, you know, to be interpreted differently by every person, and that is certainly an interpretation. I mean, Americans are actually a bunch of Europeans who just swam over to America. Americans are Americans. And Europeans are Europeans. And Africans are Africans. And Afrikaans are Afrikaans. And Middle Easterners are Middle Easterners. And Asians are Asians. And so on and so forth. ... Please. Okay. The room is even darker now. The sun set some time ago, but you barely even notice it. You were too concerned with the man in front of you. The man you've come to be quite fond of. I only have one bed, though. I hardly need to sleep anyway. Would you do it with me anyway? Sleep? With you? Yeah. Wait a second. I mean, literally sleep. Snooze. Catch some Z's. Of course. I knew that, obviously. Of course you did. Sure you did, you little goofball. You are inviting death into bed with you, Sunshine. It never ends well. Not for anyone. It's a risk I'm willing to take. You have no sense of danger. I'm serious, though. You said it yourself. I was meant to die a long time ago, right? I think I lived out all this extra time to meet you. You take his hand and pull him down beside you, moving over to give him room. No one else has ever laid beside you in this bed like this. He puts his head down on the pillow, staring at you through the darkness. Do you ever wish things were different? I wish so many things were different. I like how you can't see it because I'm blocking it, but like right behind me is the hamster on the bed. The little hamster. You can't watch this on Valentine's Day. Blah. Oh, come on now. We're supposed to vicariously experience love here, okay? This is the closest thing we have. Like what? Sometimes I wish I was human. Vicariously, you say? Your mind is just... Are you always primed to just say this shit? That's it. I wish I was capable of change, as you put it. I've always been proud of my work, and I still am, but that doesn't mean I don't wish for more. Yes, yeah, you know, that makes sense. For something different. Why not do it? He smiles now, just slightly. There's a sadness behind it. I'm not like you. What would you do if you were human? I would do what I wish to do now more than anything. Something completely foolish. You've always been a little foolish, Casper. Get some sleep, Sunshine. You feeling better is more important than anything else. Your eyelids feel heavy now. Your heart races. And yet you feel calm, laying beside this man you think you've never felt so safe in your life. Ironically, really. And when he happens to be the Grim Reaper. Knuckles, I'll make you kiss boys. Whoa. What do you mean by this? You slip away, drifting into a peaceful sleep as you feel his hand still in yours. And new items added to the gallery, of course. You woke up this morning to find Casper gone. At first, you're stressed out, thinking that something happened to him. Or worse, you imagined him all along. But, as it turns out, Casper's just in a career that doesn't wait for anybody. You found a note on your side table that said he left food in the fridge. You shiver a little, scared, but it's the thought that counts, right? After getting up, stretching, and spending some time with Rosa, you notice a flyer under your door. There's a big festival on tomorrow night, fireworks, stalls, and a fun time await. You sigh a little. That would be nice, but technically, today is the day you're supposed to die. Now, what can we do? Oh yeah, we can like kind of check if the neighbors are just like yapping. He cooked? You like cooking? His cooking is not very good, Yuki, but we tell him he's perfect anyways. He somehow managed to like cook pancakes that were raw inside. That were a little raw in the middle. Some way, somehow. You put your ear to the door, ready to eavesdrop on your neighbors once again. But inside, instead of whispers or phone calls or proclamations of love, you hear the sound of moving. You poke your head out, curious to see people from a moving company carrying boxes from the apartment next door. It seems your neighbor is very suddenly moving. Feeling a little disappointed, but also incredibly curious, you go back into your apartment and think for a while on your next door neighbor again. You never met them, never even got their name. Life is pretty fleeting, huh? Yeah, it kinda is. Bed. Day 7 already. The bet's come and gone faster than you ever would have expected. What started as a joke has now become something far more. Rosa isn't on your bed for the moment, so you lay like a starfish, stare at your ceiling, and think about your stupid Grim Reaper. You're so down bad you can barely believe it. What a bother. uh. Oh, we can. Hold on. Can we. Bookshelf. Pick a new book. Let's see. Butterfly. The young girls watch the butterflies flap its iridescent wings as its tiny black body hits the side of the glass, seeking escape. One girl wears blue ribbons in her pigtails, the other, a single ponytail with a red ribbon tied neatly in a bow. When they first arrive at the old house filled with dust, dead plants, and vases of standing water, they feared there wouldn't be anything exciting until they stumble upon this room where nothing was housed save for this singular butterfly. It was sunset when they came to this place with their parents. The colors of the butterfly's wings, light and dark blue with splashes of purple and green, caught their curious eyes, and they were instantly drawn in. They left the door open when they came in here, and now they can hear beyond the struggling butterfly the sounds of a machine dying and their mother sobbing. The house breathes in deeply, startling the butterfly and girls alike. The jar holding it in place tips over when the house lets out its breath, toppling it to the ground in a resounding clash. Sparking slivers of glass sprinkle their exposed toes, cutting their tender skin, but their eyes watch the butterfly as it flies high to the ceiling before it finds the open window. Running on tiny feet, they follow its path until their chests hit the windowsill, blocking them from taking flight along with it. Behind them, they finally hear their father, his words laced with sorrow and pain. "Come say goodbye to your grandfather." He says nothing more, but his presence waits for them. The girls look at one another to find the others with tears in their eyes, ribbons and bows askew from the house's earlier size. The butterfly has flown too far away for them to ever catch. Hold on, can we check the window? What else can we check? Nothing else. Renovate in appearances just to change the background here. So we'll just check on the computer. I forgot. They got a link to their Patreon. They got a profile. You're kind of baby girl coded. What? I am not baby girl coded. Let's see, internet. What can we do on the internet? Please have patience. No. No, not the loading screen of pain. You are baby girl size? Do not ever say that again. That is not what you look like. Listen, it's close enough. Music, paint. We can draw. We can doodle. Purple. I'm locking in. What color is this? That's not really what I was looking for, but... Oh god, I kind of forget that, like... Erasing in this is like a nightmare. They don't really have a brown. So we'll just, Damn it, that's not turning out right, hold on. Let me do this. That's too skinny. I'm trying to draw a lamp up again, but it's a little difficult. so bad. That's so awful. Here's the little tail. And there we go. That's it. The autism lamp. He's just a little guy, you know? When you drew purple circle, I knew you'd draw lamp up. Dark Yoda. No, not Dark Yoda. What's funny is that you can, I'm pretty sure you can save this as well. So it's now, I saved your beautiful art. I'm sure it's, wonderful. Now, I don't know how to extract that from the game, but I'll figure it out and post it in the arts channel when I'm done with today's stream. Okay, what else? Games? They got games on this shit? Oh yeah, they got Pong, they got Runner, Wordlet. You have 5 turns to guess the 5-letter word. Correct letters turn green, a correct letter in the wrong place turns yellow, and an incorrect letter turns gray. Okay. No. Correct letter in the wrong place turns yellow. A, Q, W, E. Do I have to press space? I don't know if I have to press space on any of this. Oh, okay. C. That's correct. Okay, I kind of messed that up. I think I'm just supposed to like spell out a word and hope it's forms some kind of sentence. What can I write here? What's a 5-letter word that starts with a C? Yolotl, it's Wordle? Yeah, and I'm stupid. We know this. This is a game for smart people. I don't know how to play Wordle. I've never played Wordle in my life. Cosby? That's not a word. Crows is not a 5-letter word. Wait, it is. Never mind. C-R-O-W-S. Yeah, you're right. O. Actually, can we go back? No, we can't go back to the gray part. Damnation. Oh, we can only work with 1 line at a time. Can you count? Sometimes, okay. Oh, what's that? Orid? No, that's not a 5-letter word. Vertical? Well, the game literally doesn't let me. I have to do it like 1 at a time. 1 line at a time, apparently. Okay, O. Let's leave that as O. Try to continue writing. Yeah, it literally doesn't let me go past. You play Wordle horizontally. What are you doing? Listen, I'm telling you, the game is not... I don't know how this game works, okay, bro? You guys are looking at me like I'm stupid. I promise you, I can't do anything except what the game lets me do. Like, I can't move the thing. I can only move it sideways. That's it. We just have to go 1 line at a time. The next line is not crows. Okay, I'm giving up on this. I give up. I give up. Okay, I give up. I'm continuing with the story. You guys are making me anxious. Yolotl, are you awake yet? I hope you're feeling better this morning. I know I left a note, but I feel like it's proper to also apologize for leaving so abruptly here too. Work calls as it does, and you were sleeping very soundly. I could not bring myself to wake you. I know you're American, but dang, being American has nothing to do with it! Did you miss me? Thanks for making me breakfast. There is no need to thank me. It was not difficult. I still want to say thank you. I haven't had someone cook for me in years. It makes no sense. In what way? You are the kind of person anyone and everyone should want to cook for. I do not understand why you are not being treated as you deserve. A couple of days ago, you thought I was an idiot. That's because I am. Did I ever say I changed my mind? Wow. You're a bigger idiot. That is besides the point. You are an idiot who deserves breakfast in bed and flowers every evening. Oh. Well, thanks, Casper. That's nice of you to say. I'd like to try cooking for you sometimes. If we are given the chance, that would be nice. I want to bake you something sweet. Cake or muffin or cookies, maybe. I don't believe I've ever had any of those. What? How? There's not an excess of bakeries in the underworld. I'm sure you could find some baked goods. Likely. But it is time I do not have and effort that could be used elsewhere. So what exactly do you eat? Whatever I have around. Usually something instant or packaged. Noodles are my go-to. This boy is malnourished. I guess he's already dead. Or I guess not dead. Never living in the first place, so like technically can't die. Whatever. How can the Grim Reaper be such a mess of a man? What's wrong with instant meals? It's not exactly a balanced diet, is it? My body hardly needs a balanced diet. Okay, I can't lie, you definitely have a good body. But you should still eat a vegetable or something every now and then. There are vegetables with the cup noodles. That's not enough. You're a nag. I do not see the appeal of vegetables. I'm going to make you eat vegetables one way or another. You can try. By the way, are you feeling any better? Surprisingly, I feel as fit as a fiddle. How can a fiddle be fit or unfit? A great question. I'm sure someone smarter than me knows the answer. You ate twice a day? Did you do good? You did great. That's fantastic. We love that. Good job, Yuki. Good old effort being placed into consumption. Yippee! That reminds me that I ought to make sure I eat multiple times as well. I've been eating like kind of later than usual. Like to the point where where like my last meal of the day is in like the midnight. I need to like bring back a normal schedule of eating. I'm sure someone smarter than me knows the answer. But yeah, I feel good actually. Yes, that's good. Yes, that's good news. Very good. So I guess this is it then, right? It's day 7. You coming to take my soul? ... Or will I get yours instead? Smiley face. ... There is a complication. Huh? Are you trying to weasel out of our bet? Hardly. I told you I am honor-bound to accept the outcome of our bet. But I'm afraid that currently I am dying and I believe it is your fault. What? Is it that soul sickness thing? Did you spend too much time here again? Now I feel bad for asking you to stay. It is something far, far worse. What? I have caught what you may refer to as the common cold. You punk. Oh. Casper, you made me worried that it was something serious. It is serious. It's a cold. A Reaper does not catch colds. I told you it is impossible for mortal viruses to take hold in my body. Well, clearly not, sir. It has never happened before in all of history. I have taken the souls of hundreds, thousands infected with illnesses. They have never touched me. It's impossible. It should be impossible. But right now, I am sick. It is terrible. Poor boy. That means he's becoming mortal. Maybe? I'm not sure, because I did kind of forget a little bit about the whole, like, because there was something weird going on with, like, our souls because of the bed, I think? Not mentioning, like, the soul sickness and all that as well, but, like, I think there's, like, just a weird thing going on with us because of the, like, the romantic connection or whatever. It fucks with our souls, so I think it has more so something to do with that. You might be thinking like on the right track though. He might be becoming like more mortal in a weird way, and it might also be vice versa. We might be becoming in a weird way immortal, like not necessarily strictly immortal and mortal, but like kind of having certain attributes of one another. I'm not sure. He's becoming silly. He's always been a silly guy. How could you have caught it then? From sleeping next to me? I do not know. All I know is that I'm certain that I may perish by the end of the day. He's such a drama queen. Come here, I'll kiss it better. What? I did not believe something like kissing cures an illness. Have you ever tried it? No, of course not. Then it might work. Come on over, winky face. If this sickness isn't the death of me, you will be. Perhaps you will win this bet of ours, mortal. We agreed that limit was a week. That is only a few more hours from now. That means ... Your soul is all mine. ... Correct. It is what we agreed to, and it is perfectly fair. But let me tell you now, if this happens, it will not stop another Reaper from being assigned to your case. I loathe the idea more than anything, but someone else viewing you as I have. But I made the deal and I will stick to it. What do you mean? Won't you stick around if I win? Sad face? Mortal, do you not understand our arrangement? One of us must die at the end of it. Huh? That's not what I want. When I said I wanted your soul, I was mostly joking. I don't want you to die for me. You asked for my soul. There's little way to give a soul but dying. That was our agreement. Well, I've decided I don't like our agreement anymore. That matters little. It matters a lot. We agreed to it. Come on, I'm giving us both an out. I don't want you to die, and I also don't want to die. Let's call it off. ... It's just... wouldn't matter. If I don't take your soul, I'm as good as dead anyways. There is no happy ending for either of us in this. Sad face. I don't like this. Sorry, sunshine. Yeah, I'll probably be dead from this god's forsaken cold before the day is out anyway. Before I die, there are some things I wanted to talk to you about, though. Stop saying you're going to die. I seriously won't let that happen. If you're good at anything, it is not dying. That is actually what I wanted to talk about. I have always known there is something strange about you, mortal. I have watched you for some time. You did say you picked my nickname a long time ago. ... It's been a few years now. I was only ever supposed to take your soul, but I suppose even your radiance affects someone as shrouded in shadow like me. It is somewhat amazing the way you capture people so. I had never thought I would meet someone who could do it to me. I have done some research. I believe your soul is very unique, Yolotl. Have you ever had a sick friend or a family member or a colleague who then express that they feel better than when they're around you? I'm not sure which. I guess they're all this same thing. I had a cousin like that. Let's just pick that. I went over to hang out with him, but when I got there, he had a fever. So when I went to I went to say hi before I left, and then we just kept chatting, and he felt totally better by the end of it. We got to hang out after all. Perfect. I knew I was correct. Correct about what? My soul is... Well, I must balance it, but it is inherently darkness. It is death. That is something every Reaper must deal with. But I read of something even more rare than a Reaper's soul. A soul that is lightness and life. One that directly opposes that which I possess. I think that is what you have. What? Rawr, I'm scary and evil. You are not scary. You are not evil. Unless you really want to be, okay? I have superpowers? That is what you're getting from this conversation? You have superpowers. That must mean I do too. You are still human and mortal, I think. Whatever abilities your soul lends you will be much more mute, I suppose, than mine. Can I fly? No. Can I go invisible? I doubt it. Can I run super fast? You tell me. Okay. You'll eat me? That's an interesting activity for sure. I just ran around my room. It was at a normal to less than normal speed. Perhaps your superpower is running at a normal speed. What a sucky superpower to have. Your ability to run at normal speeds, but at least it's consistent. That's a lame superpower. Then perhaps your superpower is the power of annoyance. You are pretty good at that. I think that power only works on you, Grim. It certainly does. But I do believe there is something you can do. I think you have the ability to give away parts of your soul. Yours is the power of healing, but at the cost of yourself. Oh. It is a dangerous ability. Also, maybe you can't die. I'm unsure about that one. That is insane. It is perfectly sane. And finally, a reasonable explanation as to why I am struggling with you so much. I don't know if that's the only reason. I think you just like me too much to kill me. ... Shut up. Are you sure, though? Like, I know I'm hard to kill, but maybe this whole healing thing is just luck. There was a second reason I brought you those flowers. My soul became unbalanced, and I had a small bout of soul sickness. And being near you took it away. Just like that. Oh. Here, I thought you just liked me a lot, sad face. I... I do. I wanted to test my theory, but I brought them to you because I thought you deserved them. I mean, you deserve much more, but it is all I could give for you for the moment. My brain is working incorrectly today, and I cannot think straight. I mean, we are pretty gay, so that makes sense. I don't know how you mortals handle all these illnesses. They are beyond inconvenient. I cannot even go anywhere but to buy medicine. That medicine does not exist here. I could always give you some. I'll nurse you back to health. That doesn't sound so bad. But I don't even know if your mortal medicines would make a difference to my body. I mean, we all have the same parts, don't we? I cannot say I spend much time fiddling around inside people to know. Well, that's certainly one way of putting it. Seriously, you should work on your phrasing. How so? It is the truth. I have spent very little time inside... Ah, I see where your mind has gone once again. Forget my phrasing. You ought to work on that imagination of yours. Mortal cold, mortal machine, mortal sex. He does not know what sex is. Okay, he does know what sex is. He probably never has had it, though. Surprisingly. Considering how attractive he is. We both know you like it. That is not true. You do not know that. I really do. Wait, what if normal medicine made you, like, mortal? What? What is the basis of that hypothesis? It came to me in a dream. A vision, pretty much. That is not basis for any kind of decent research. Human medicine will not turn me human. Maybe it'll melt my organs or make me ill, but more likely it would do nothing. What if it did work, huh? You have visions? Probably visions of moth and related items to moth, like a lamp. I kind of want to eat a little thing of snacks I have, but that would interrupt my reading. And I don't want to interrupt my reading. But what if it did work, huh? No more Mr. Grim Reaper. You'd just be Casper. Well, it does not sound so bad. Would you even survive in the human world? Oh no. Do you have any practical skills? No. Our boy just reaps, you know? That's what he does. What's that supposed to mean? You know. You're good at taking souls. Wait, are you even good at that? Wow. Not the incidental roast. Day 7 over here and I still have my soul. ... One moment. I'm gonna skedaddle to use the restroom real quick and I'll be back. Okie dokie, I'm back. He'd work in customer service, of course. Of course, of course. He'd make for a great employee, I'm sure. Dot dot dot. Yes, I am very proficient in it. Hmm. Let's just pretend that's true for a second. What else are you good at? Hacking computers with virus-filled apps, I guess. This slop? Wiki? Wiki, you take that back. You take that back, or I'm gonna kill you. I will slay you like fucking, I don't know, something. Like something. I am good at plenty. I am an accomplished cook. Definitely. I have a keen sense of style. Questionable, but go off, King. People tell me I am quite good looking. Who tells you that? You? Asriel? Okay, but that's not a skill. You will not? You will not, huh? Well, guess what happens to people that don't apologize? Who's Asriel? The plush, the axolotl plush. Our boy has a plush. What will we do? 1 minute timeout for Wiki. 1 minute. Punishment. For not apologizing. Okay, but that's not a skill. What would you even do as a job? Could you even get a job? There's no proof you even exist, right? Housewife, housewife, housewife. You believe you timed me out once in history. I did. As a joke as well. Well, I was never born, so that is correct. I believe there are humans who can deal with these problems. Create false documents and such. It's mega illegal, but I respect it. And then I would get a normal human job like a regular mortal would. Like being CEO of large business. And then I would be rich and famous. Casper. You start out flipping burgers or burgers somewhere greasy. You can't just walk in and get a job as a CEO. I mean, he is pretty good looking, so maybe he could. You wanna be a housewife? Ain't that the dream, you know? Why not? Plenty of mortals walk into establishments, hand over their human resume, then be hired on the spot. Maybe back in the day, my boy. Maybe 50 years ago. I guess he could be a model or something. A model? I suppose my good looks would be well suited to the industry. Do you not find it unfair? Find what unfair? If I were to become a model, every other model in your realm would likely be forced to give up. Out of a job, how will they survive? You're such a piece of work, you know that? The 1 minute timeout corner has only stoked your flames of rage. You will bomb as an establishment. You will bomb an establishment. Why? Why would you do this? This has got nothing to do with the establishments. Do not just randomly explode a McDonald's, okay? I need their milkshakes. I need them. And they can't give me milkshake if their ice cream machine is broke. Obama and establishment. The proverbial man has limited my freedom. I must lash out. Reasonable crash out, you know? I hope the man does not refer to me. You're such a piece of work, you know that? Thank you. Hey, answer this, okay? Okay, we're calling Casper. Doxalotazastral! What? He does not look well. I didn't mean to hit accept. Please, dear gods above, let this be a dream. Aw, you dream about me? Are you in your pajamas? I meant to say no. Oh my god. You're so cute. How embarrassing. I meant nightmare. Nightmare. I did not wish for you to see me in this state. Not the hair clip. He's got one with the skull and one with the sunflower. Aw. To be fair, you saw me sick. You shouldn't. You should have stayed at my place. I am fully capable of looking after myself. You can still be capable and let people help you. If you want, you can depend on me a little, Casper. I'll keep it in mind. But I'm hoping this is something I will not be... I will only have to experience once. Once is plenty enough. Too much, even. Now you can understand why I was in bed all day long yesterday. Why aren't you in bed, anyway? Go lay down. I can see the bed from here. Why? I want to speak with you. And I'm fine here. I won't let something so aggravating, minuscule, inferior. Look, I will not be defeated by this. That's all I'm saying. Why do you call me so suddenly anyway? You call me suddenly all the time. Can I not just call you because I want to? I was not prepared. I need to lock down that feature. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot this like little call app thing is literally something he made. I completely forgot about that. You spoil sport. If I left it on, you'd call me every 2 seconds. In a way, I understand. I am just that fantastic to talk to. You're pretty great, Heart. Casper can't have shit. If I left it to you, you'd call every 2 seconds. An abuse of power, some may say. I have some self-restraint, Casper. Oh, to be able to lie. Man, I'm so glad you can't lie. That would be terrifying. I would only call occasionally. Maybe every... few hours? A reasonable answer. I'm actually a little surprised. Maybe I'm lying. You know me, such a troublemaker for my little creeper. You are the biggest troublemaker I've ever had the displeasure of meeting. Also, by the way... Hello, Asriel! Might I say, you are looking rather handsome today. He is always handsome. It is good you are finally showing him the respect he deserves. Ah! Sorry, I'm like having a moment. I'm having a moment. It'll pass. You should cuddle him more often. I do not wish to restrict him too often. He is simply offering me comfort in these dire times. Asriel is his own man. He goes where he wants, does what he wishes, and deigns to spend his spare moments with me. He loves you. Legs, leg. We can see the knees. How scandalous. Dire might be an overstatement. This is the most harrowing moment of my life, but through it all, Asriel has been by my side through all of my highs and lows. How long have you had him? A long time. It is hardly an answer. I can't remember exactly. It's difficult. Time seems to blend together until it means it's lost, and until its meaning is lost. The more of it I have, I never felt the passage of time as much as I do now. Time passes for you, but continues for I. Thanks for sharing it with me. Oh, well, at least not funny, not tummy. At least not tummy. I would love to see tummy. I would like. I don't think I could like control myself if I saw tummy at this point. But many years. He's still in good condition. Of course he is. I help him maintain his appearance. It is my pleasure, truly. I'm honestly being selfish here. Wahaha. Aw, you love him just as much as I love Rosa. He is important to me. And it's nice to know the Grim Reaper can be sentimental. You're not that far from a human after all. I suppose so. So, did you get him here on the mortal plane? Indeed I did. Oh, where did you buy him from? Wait, did you do you even have mortal money? I didn't buy him. Did you steal him? No, I am not some seasoned thief. Okay, I'm confused then. He was gifted to me, and I promised I would always care for him. Gifted to you? From someone like me? Okay, I want to know more about that. It was a mortal child. Shao just gave you their toy? Yes, he did. The story is not a happy one. I can imagine. That's actually sad, but it makes sense, you know? I have actually quite a bit of Tum pictures across my gallery. Do you now? That's interesting. You be capturing pictures of people's tummies? Scandalous, Yuki. Absolutely scandalous. Let me stretch out because my body wants to. There we go. You're not people's? Why would you have pictures of your own tummy then? You wish to admire your own tummy. The story is not a happy one. I don't mind sharing it with you if you understand that. Of course, I'll listen. That child was assigned to me. I've been assigned children many times before, so it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. He was quite young and was hospitalized when I went to ferry him over. It is my preference to take young mortals in their sleep, so they don't have to feel scared by my presence. If they go in peace, then the journey is easier on their soul. But he was awake. I was cloaked in glamour, so it shouldn't have mattered, but he saw right through it, and he just smiled really softly and told me he had been waiting. He was not scared. His soul was incredibly strong, and he was incredibly brave, but his body was weak. It could not hold such a soul. He handed me Asriel and made me promise to look after him. Oh, Casper. It was my honor. A part of my duty is to show mortals to their best afterlife, and if that was the final tie keeping him bound to your plane, well, I was happy enough to ease that from his worries and ensure the safest possible passage for him. And did he get safe passage? I took him to a bright and colorful afterlife. I'm glad. You don't, but on pictures you look better than you remember in your head. For me, it's the opposite. Every time I try, I don't take many pictures in general of anything, let alone myself. Anytime I do try to take a picture of myself, I'm like, damn, I look ugly as shit. You know, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, damn, I look good. But every time I take a picture, I'm like, damn, cameras do be fucking up my look. They do be messing up how I look like. What the hell? I am not very photogenic, I suppose. Yeah, no, you need specific angles. Hmm, I suppose that makes sense. I'm not much of a photographer, as you can imagine. He went peacefully and even thanked me before I led him on his way. It was a long time ago, but has stuck with me. It must be this illness. It's making me sentimental. Yeah, it's good to remember things like that. He left you a kind gift. Asriel? Yes, I do treasure him. No, I mean, he left you a piece of humanity. It was very kind of you to do that. Thanks, Sunshine. Did you name him Asriel? He was already named by his previous owner. A fine name for a fine reaper of souls. It's nice you kept it. I wouldn't dare to rename him. I stitched it. ... question marks? You did what? I hand-stitched his name on him, okay? So I would never forget. My life is a long one. Forgetting is too easy. Aww. That's adorable. You're going to kill me from sweetness, Casper. Not possible. That doesn't matter anyway. You and I both know I'm much too stubborn to actually die that easily. If anything in life is true, it is that. The mirror doth make you look better than camera, but your head is a third thing. There you look like a caterpillar. You are a fine being, I will tell you that much. And I'm sure our minds are alike in that capacity. They get all conspiratorial against us. All of our minds do. You have to rein that thing in a little bit every now and again. Kind of give it a good old smack. Rev it up, you know? It's like making your TV work again. At least the old kind of TV, you know, where you just kind of smack it on the side. Can you show me your beautiful stitching work? No, Asriel is resting, just as I am. If you must know, I stitched it in red. Cute. Who would have thought that the Grim Reaper takes up knitting in his spare time? It is not knitting, mortal. Sewing, and it was only one word. Well, do you like knitting? I have never tried, nor am I particularly interested in the idea of it. Well, I guess I'll have to do the knitting. It's never too late to learn, I suppose. Hey, Grim. Yes, Sunshine? I can't keep it to myself anymore, or I think I'll explode. You non-existent internet people an internet person who doesn't want to play with me if it isn't on stream. Not the emote. I wrote shush. Be cursed by the shush. It's not that I don't want to play with you, we just have different time zones. When I am awake, you have to be asleep, and even though you have a rough time sleeping, I would rather you try to rest than to play a video game. And on stream is when we're all awake, clearly, which is why I play with you guys on stream when I plan it out. So that we all know that we're doing this and we can all hang out. Are you wearing hair clips? All in caps. And remove this from your memory and perish, mortal. Never. One of them is a skull. You are so predictable and cute. Mostly cute. And a sunflower, too. You're too much sometimes. They're just hair clips. I was hot and wanted the hair off my face. But it's hair clips on you. I literally never thought I'd see this. I can die happy now. You would allow death to claim you over hair clips. Everything I've tried you found lacking, but hair clips? How often do you wear them? I feel like I've been missing out. Wait, do you ever put your hair in a ponytail? I want to see that too. You know, since you get hot. From time to time. To the hair clips or to the ponytail? Nar, shall rather play games and sleep. So you can't do that, Yuki. You gotta rest up. Even if the mind doesn't rest, the body must still rest. It feels like there's something stuck in my throat. Gods, you are insistent. Grim, I had no energy to begin with, and now I feel like you have sucked out any any of it remaining. Yes, fine. Yes, I clip it back when I wash my face and do skincare. It is is that not a normal use of hair clips? How adorable. Is that a common style in the underworld then? Common? No. I once knew a fellow Reaper who was quite into all of this stuff. Perhaps it rubbed off on me. All this stuff? Skincare, hair accessories, those kinds of things. In regards to whether I tie my hair up, yes, every now and then. Perhaps you haven't noticed, but I have an abundance of hair. You do have plenty. Look at that. That shit's like going down his shoulder. One day you'll let me run my fingers through it. Who says I would agree? I think you'd get addicted to it. It's a nice feeling. Even better coming from me. Go on, say pretty please. If anyone will be begging, it's you. I'll go easy on you, Sunshine. Are you still talking about hair? Are we still talking about hair? What else would we be talking about? All this talk of begging. But really, I think you'd enjoy it. If the mind doesn't rest, there is no point in your sleeping. Body can go on for lots time more. Your hair almost reaches your chest. Ooh. It's gotta be kind of annoying to deal with long hair though, no? Gotta put so much care into it. So much care and all that jazz. So much attention. It is? So I imagine it is. Mine is divinely perfect. Me running my hands through your hair. Has anyone ever done that to you? No, I have not had anyone like that. It's nice. You're looking a little flushed. Not as flushed as you. I can't help my sickness. Just as you cannot help but be drawn to me. Shut up already. Make me. Ah. Hide your face with whatever is nearby. What are you doing now? Hiding behind a magazine? Sunshine, that doesn't make me disappear. La la la, if I can't see you, you don't exist. That is completely false. You should not spread lies so easily. Who said that? Casper? Never heard of him. More falsehoods. Ouch. Sunshine? Are you okay? I'm fine. It's just a paper cut. You should be more careful. Paper cuts are... Ah! Casper? Sunshine, why? Which finger did you cut? Pinky finger on my left hand. To think a tiny incision could cause that amount of pain. What are you saying? There's a cut on my finger. Oh. His smile is killing you. He does have a great smile when he's smiling. But we are linked a little closer than I thought we were. Oh no, he's hot. He is. Hail to thee, noob nerd. How do you do? You came back for Casper of all things. Happy Valentine's, I suppose? Question mark? Suddenly abrupt without warning. This is something I have experienced occasionally, but not spontaneously. This is not good. Not at all. Concerned face. In the same place? And the exact same place. How could that happen? Oh, wait, I think... Wait here for a second. Casper? Where'd you go? I know it's somewhere. I know it's here somewhere. What are you looking for? I'm trying to find a particular tome. I'm having little success. I'll message you when I find it, okay? You're sick, Casper. Rest up. I'm fine, sunshine. Wait for me, okay? His smile! Always. Well... I said I'd wait, but I don't actually have much to do. Wow. We are so impatient. Let's see how high I can count before you get back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm bored now. Come on. You could have kept going for a little bit longer. Counting isn't as fun as I thought it'd be. Well, it's counting. I know it's hard. But we got... Just keep going. Just keep going. Okay, you know... ... Today is day 7. But I've still got my soul. I think we've kind of danced around the issue all day. But... And there was this flyer put under my door about some outdoor Twilight festival that's being held tomorrow. Not Twilight like vampires. Twilight like the time of day. You know what my first thought was? Wouldn't it be fun to go with Casper? And then I remember that one of the two of us would likely be dead by tomorrow, so... Way to dampen the mood. Do not click this image or he will appear in your room at 3 AM. Wow. I'd definitely click on that advertisement. It kinda made me sad. Not the thought of being dead. I mean, that sucks. But the thought that we'd already run out of time. Even going to watch some fireworks together wouldn't be possible. I really like you, Casper. You're the most arrogant person I know. And for some reason, I'm into that. Are you just talking to yourself? Fuck! A Grim Reaper. I'm not... Wait. I am a Grim Reaper. Holy shit, it's Noob Nerd it is. Applause. I thought you were going to say something absurd and frankly incorrect. Sunshine, I found it. What is it? The Beginner's Guide to Soul Bridges. That is not a real book. It's real. I have not read it for many years. There was no need. Let's see. Yes. The effect of linking two souls together can be stronger if the souls are inherently compatible, or two parts of one whole. The little I forgot they had emotes. That's adorable. Wait, that's why you're sick? And the cut? I believe it to be so. Linking souls usually only has minor effects. I can travel our bridge to inspect your soul. We can hear each other's voices in our heads, but it's temporary. It's supposed to be at least. It should have worn off by now. I only left the tiniest bit of my soul with you after all. We complete each other. Happy face. And let's not jump to conclusions here. What could cause our connection to suddenly deepen like this? Oh, And last night. Why would that make a... We touched! Well, you took off your gloves and touched my forehead. Remember that weird zap? This will not do. Gods, this is the worst thing to ever happen to me. A soul of shadows and a soul of sunshine. Gods, why did I do this to myself? Come on, it's not that bad. You and I are explicitly linked. For who knows how long? For another week? Another month? A year? Forever? I mean, would that really be all that bad? That is not a safe thing for either of us. If either of us are hurt, the others will feel it. I am overcome with the soul sickness? You, a human, will be touched by it. I have never heard of a human being affected by it. I do not know if you would survive it. You get sick, I get it too. I take your soul, likely my soul will go too. You win the bet and now you take my soul? You die too. So we cannot let each other die. Very, very interesting. That's one way to reinforce a relationship. By not allowing the other to die or gain sicknesses, because then it's mutually assured destruction. Worse things happened at sea. That could be a problem. That could be a problem. It is a problem. A huge one. And I do not know how to fix it. So we just cancel the bet. I cannot. I must take your soul or die trying. If I do not move you on soon, someone else will just step in to take my place. Then how about extending it? Just for a few days? You've been after me for years. Surely a few more days is fine. Well, just while I try to reverse our connection, if my head will stop hurting. Poor Casper. Are you pitying me? I might be. Who's my sad little sick boy? ... Me. It seems we have a few more days together. No more than 3, okay? It will be too dangerous otherwise. So if we get to day 10 and don't have a plan, we're both dead. Wow. Doomed by the narrative. What narrative? Like, if this was a book or a game or something, people would say we're doomed by the narrative. But I bet people would cheer for us anyway. An interesting concept. And there's a festival tomorrow? Some kind of one. I only just heard about it. Very well. I shall keep it in mind. For now, I'm going to collapse on my bed, scream a little in frustration, roll around in anger, and then hug Asriel. Good day. I like how he's still like, he still talks all proper even when he's like, good day. Prim and proper little gentleman. The dawn of a new day, an 8th day to your belt, to your bet that should never have existed. You roll out of bed, put on your favorite outfit, and can't help but grin when you feel the sun shining in your window. Was it always so warm, so bright? Likely, but it still feels especially nice today. You are alive. I know. Hamster. Sorry. Just every time I see Rosa, I'm just like, hamster, little hamster. Rosa shall live for like a whole other year and hopefully not suffer the many tragedies that befall hamsters, you know? And can't help but put your ear to the door when you hear someone coming down the staircase. You hear a voice, though muffled, a different voice to any of your previous eavesdropping sessions. A different neighbor? Mom, I promise it'll be fine. Yeah, I know it's far away. You can only hear half of the conversation. A phone call? It's only for a few months, then I'll be coming back. You're acting like I'm moving to another country or something. It's only a state away. What do you mean, why are you going? Because I was asked to, and to be totally honest, I'm a little tired of all the traffic, and the rent in the city is insane. I promise, it'll just be a few months. And I'll help run the antique store until Auntie gets back, get some fresh air, then come back. No, I've never run a store before, but her letter said she has some staff who can help me. Plus, it's just an antique store in a tiny town in the middle of nowhere. It's not exactly rocket science. The voice lets out a soft sigh. Alright, Mom. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, love you too. And with that, the person finishes their call. God, she worries too much. What's the worst that can happen? The footsteps continue descending the staircase until they reach the bottom, and the door creaks open, then shuts. Then silence. Read le book. Am I bad? Is that why I'm still here? I stayed, didn't I? I've stayed now. How long has it been? At first it was hard. I needed to hunt and eat to survive. At some point, that stopped mattering. My body got slow, my limbs got weak. I laid down to rest and never truly moved again. Still, I waited. I was told to stay, so I stayed. My meat was consumed by the larger beasts. The smaller took what remained. I witnessed the pale parts buried in snow, defrosted, buried in snow, defrosted countless times as even they were taken by the vegetation. Here I am. I was told to stay. For what felt like an eternity, I couldn't move anyway. I was just here, waiting. Staying, fulfilling an obligation, my obligation. He told me to stay. He had never kept me waiting long. When he returned, there was always meat and merriment. Meat and merriment. Those were the times I coveted. How long had it been since I tasted either? How long had it been since I moved? Not needing to eat was a plus, but it made this process meddling. Meddling was an interesting way to put it. When I lived and breathed, everything was simple. As time dragged on, I ironically became more conscious of everything. Sunrise, sunset, moon full, no moon, fresh flowers, falling leaves. I have to learn to move again. He expects me to hunt and sniff and chase. I need to move. I can't look around, yet I see it all around me. I can't sniff, yet I feel the life nearby. Animals, trees, bugs, something smaller. They all move. Why can't I? Was I not good at... What? Was it because I left to eat and drink? I haven't left in what feels like an eternity. I never returned. He never returned. I stayed, but I need to move. The smallest ones, they move, wiggle, they float. Is that how I move? Sunrise, sunset, full moon, new moon, fresh snow, baked earth, wiggle, movement. It feels like glancing. I can sense more in one direction, less in the other. I can no longer see my pale parts, but I feel them beneath me. Like an anchor, they withhold my glance. How can I stay any longer? He must need me. The meat and merriment are gone. His scent has long since faded. My scent no longer exists. Scent, earth, grass, life, death, the sting of snow, the weight of dew, the burn of the sun, the wilt of death. I smell it all. The smallest things wiggle, the bigger things spread. As above, so below. They are rooted to the ground too, yet they push through and make it their own. I feel myself spread as the years pass. Years. That's what these are. The sun fades, the moon fades, the seasons fades, decades. I've spread to become immense. I was only trying to move, but yet now I feel the world move beneath me. Feet. For a moment I'm sure I feel the earth, but then it was gone. The smallest things noticed me. The spreading things flock to me. The wise things fear me and warn others to stay away. Wise things, not him though. I hadn't realized there were more wise things here. I can't feel him or smell him. I need to move. Sun fades, moon fades. How many times have we circled the hearth? Or hearth, I guess. I study them now. The wise things avoid me, but they can't evade me. They crowd together in little rings and bark at each other with meaning. They use those barks to warn others away from here. I still catch them where I can see occasionally. That's how they do it. Impulse to signal, signal to chemical, chemical to channel. A river becomes an ocean. Who knew that it took so much to step? Feet, no fur. Not fur. Not four. Only two. I studied the wise things too hard. Will he recognize me? Am I good? Meat and merriment? The merriment, songs and tales. The meat, I smell it. Impulse, signal, chemical, channel, river, ocean, left foot forward. Impulse, signal, chemical, channel, river, ocean, right foot forward. Ocean, left, ocean, right. Left to right, left, right. Feet step, hands sway, eyes see, ears hear, nostrils smell, tongues taste, skin feels. My bare skin into the earth with every step. My bare feet sink into the earth with every step. Those spreading below are pushed down by spring, but spring back up as I move on. The smell of meat is pouring out of the nearby ring of trees. Tiny particles of meat and wood which entered my nose and sent the impulse to make my mouth water. The sound of merriment are assailing me. So many wise things. Some sing, some dance, some are making the complex sounds I've heard with meaning. All of them are the loudest things I've heard in decades. I reach out with my hand and brush against their barrier. The merriment ends as I stumbled into their enclosure. I didn't mean to make their huge sticks crash down, but they seem more worried than angry. My eyes see people, my ears hear screams, my nostrils smell meat, my tongue tastes air. I let out the first sound I've made in centuries. A gasp, a whine. It's not the bold bark I remember. Surely he'll hear it and come running. I found the meat, now you find me. My skin feels cold. Not enough hair. The mankind whine back at me and surround me. Sit. To that whine I know. I do my best. Left, right. Left thigh, right thigh. Down. More sounds from the humans. My thighs feel dead tree. They've been sitting in large cuts of dead trees. The corpses of the trees stayed here, but they're not living anymore. These are only their pale parts. Am I dead? Is he dead? If so, there's no need to stay or move. Eyes closed, body weak, fade away. I can finally rest. Ocean drains, river runs down, chemicals dissipate, signal phase. All that's left is the source of the impulse. Source? Fuck. The hound that stayed. That's a whole ass little thing. Interesting. Kulea Khan. That must be a name. Bed. Sitting on the edge of your bed, you find yourself glad to be feeling better. You lean over and smell the flowers that Casper sent you. They're already drying out a little, but that's okay. What the hell is potpourri? Potpourri. You know what? Why not? It's a great time to make potpourri. Then you get to keep the smell for months. For now, you enjoy the beautiful bouquet. The image of Casper outside your window burnt into your mind. Can we play with the hamster? Talk to Rosa. We can just talk to the hamster. You sit down beside Rosa and start prattling on about your day, your thoughts, your feelings, anything that comes to mind. The best thing about a pet is that they have to sit there and listen to it. They listen and they don't judge, okay? But you think Rosa doesn't really mind. She's so cute, so small. Hang out with Rosa. You lay down on your bed beside Rosa, kicking your feet behind you. It's still early and Rosa is dozing. You smiled and run your fingers down their head. You're stuck with a sudden happiness, a cozy one. It's a warmth that spreads through your chest. You feel very lucky to have gotten to know Rosa. You're Rosa's entire life, and you're honored to be by their side. Little creature, beloved. Beloved by me. I love her. She's gorgeous and wonderful and small. But yeah. I believe that will be all for today, folks. I think I'll continue tomorrow since we technically only have 10 days. There might be maybe a little more. But if there is more, I guess I'll just keep going for like an extra hour or two. We'll see. And I also have to check up on the second game because I don't have that much info on it. And I am going to be keeping that in mind, hopefully. So, you know, splendid day it's been so far. I've enjoyed myself. I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves. Let me place myself back where I normally am. Thank you all for coming, you know, I appreciate it. As always, I shall bid thee farewell. I hope you all have a great rest of your mornings, afternoons, evenings, and nights, wherever and whenever you are. May the gods bless you. May the stars shine in your honor. He keeps licking my hair, my shirt. Not the boba. Talked about boba. Yeah, little freak. He needs a salt lick. Actually, that's a bad idea for a dog, probably. Because I feel like he'd just keep licking it until he just licked a little too much salt. He just finds that... I'm sure he doesn't taste much salty things, so he's just interested. I'm sure he'll be fine. That's so funny to get to... just you coming in. He keeps licking the chair. And that is like kidney failure. I'm sure a little salt won't hurt him, you know? I'm sure he'll be fine. Just a little... That reminds me of the meme. Little salami for the cat. Just a little salami. A little salt for the dog, you know? Little salt. Anyhow, I'll see you all whenever I see you. Thank you for coming by. Fun day. Take care of yourselves, as always. Mwah. Bye-bye.